Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my videos, Academic Speaking Review Journal in the title, analyzing the speaking and writing competence of an Indonesian student in the USA, a case study. The writer was Delvia Rosa from Muhammadiyah Riau University. It was published in Journal of English for Academic in February 2022. This journal has 15 pages. The writer used 34 references to write this journal. Not long after the proclamation of the freedom in Indonesia, English was chosen as the first foreign language in the country instead of Dutch, the language of people of Netherlands who ruled Indonesia for centuries. Mr. 2005. The way English is spoken and written has become the primary problem of Indonesian students in learning English. Furthermore, the diversity of dialect and cultural backgrounds of people across Indonesia also makes it difficult to learn. Gupron 2009. Since Bahasa Indonesia is also used as the national language, there is no reason for the people to learn the language. Siregar 2010. Despite the issues of English as a foreign language in Indonesia, Lauder 2008 states that is now considered as an access to international markets, scientific knowledge and expertise, and it is needed for the country's development, especially for researchers and academics. Therefore, their communicative competence in English is necessary to fulfill their intentions. Mainly in speaking and writing, it is because writing and speaking are the most crucial skills needed for researchers and academics, so they can do presentations in seminars and conferences internationally, give lectures in English, write English research journals and articles, and continue their study to postgraduate and postdoctoral studies abroad. Okamura 2006. Several studies have discussed about the theory. Hakim and Saputra 2018 have determined the strengths and weaknesses of a learner of English as a foreign language by using this CC theory. However, the theory was used to find an approach of how to improve the student's speaking performance through their speaking errors. Likewise, Yuso Juan and Martinez Flor 2008 also used the CC theory as an approach for the learners to acquire the communicative ability, but in four language skills such as listening, reading, speaking, and writing. In this journal, the participant was a 33 years old researcher working in one of government institutions in Indonesia and was studying in a university in the United States. He used Bahasa Indonesia both at home and work, but spoke English during his study in the US. He began studying English when he was in junior high school and has spent most of his time in Indonesia. The reasons the author chose him because his mother tongue was not English. His major was not English. He began studying English from the beginner level. He was studying abroad and the last due to his job he wrote journals and joined conferences. According to Gobrum and Holstein 2001, online interview has great advantage as the cost is lower and it is accessible in terms of location and time. However, it also has the technical challenge in the implementation which can be problematic such as bad signal, broken sounds and noises. There are some findings and discussions. Number one, speaking task evaluation. The researchers conducted a virtual interview with the participant through Skype, which was successfully recorded. Number two, socio-cultural competence. Based on the interview, it was found that the participant had sense of politeness in responding to the author request yes, ma'am, in responding to a question, and he also introduced himself well formally. Number three, discourse competence. During the interview, the participant was successful in connecting words using conjunctions when talking and managed to be coherent in delivering his ideas. Number four, linguistic competence. Some grammatical and lexical errors were produced by the participant, such as subject and verb agreements, tenses, parts of speech, clauses, and common errors in constructing sentences. Number five, interactional competence. When asked by the interviewer, the participant described his feelings and opinions by using sentences like, I have no idea, I think blah 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 blah, prefer blah blah blah, I cannot imagine blah 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 blah. Number six, strategic competence. The frequent use of I mean blah 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 by the participant. Examples of strategic competence where he attempts to repair his speaking ability. The sound of blah 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 was also included in many instances of the participants' responses. Number seven, writing task evaluation. The written data given was to models of IELTS like writing tests, academic and general training tests. Number eight, socio-cultural competence. In the written text, the participant mentioned called Jakarta in academic writing, which indicates his background. Number nine, discourse competence. The written data obtained was considered coherent as both texts described real world. Number 10, formulate competence. There were chunks of words encountered, such as I hope this email finds you well, for your information. Number 11, linguistic competence. There were several errors found in the written task assigned to the participant. Number 12, instructional competence. Au and Gateway Part 2 required the participant to give opinions, and he performed well in the argumentative text he appendices, which is instructional. Number 13, strategic competence. In AUW Part 2, the participant used the words as we know to strategize how he delivers his idea to readers as the effort of interacting. For the conclusion, the study focused on the analysis of the communicative competence of an Indonesian student who is studying in one universities in the USA. The main focus was in the speaking and writing competence. The competences were evaluated by the theory of communicative competence suggested by Kels Murcia 2008, which consists of sociocultural competence, discourse competence, formulaic competence, linguistic competence, instructional competence, and strategic competence. Okay, maybe that's all from me. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.